Hall here. Got to go ask some questions to the city clerk about the election. How do we do the election? We need the paperwork so we can get our signatures, so we can give the people of Wayne what they want, which is lower taxes and less regulations and less lawsuits and less bombs. Oh, they're closed. Look at that. Closed on Friday, 1 o'clock. Look at that, guys. Man, I'm some ganky hours right there. That's some ganky fucking hours right there, guys. Well, guess we're gonna have to wait until Monday. Can't check to see if the bulletin board is up there. I just can't really tell, but yeah, we'll come back Monday, 1 o'clock. Of course, they always close early. Surprised they even are open at all. Hey, you should probably take a picture or a video of you. If you put anything in here, you should take a picture or a video, because some people's stuff like comes up missing.
Yeah. They close at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, but they're just
Paid a water bill.
well, that's what but I had an issue before where they I put the money order in and then all the water bill didn't get paid. I'm like, huh? But the money order got cashed, and then all of a sudden they found it. I'm like, huh? Imagine that, Yeah, they're just disorganized in there. Lo and behold, it just came up missing all the money. So we're at Gowdy Park hanging out. I'll show you around my city, baby. The city I'm gonna be running and gunning. Tumbling, running and gunning. What's that? A figure of speech. What does that mean? Running and gunning means getting shit done. This is the city I'm gonna be getting shit done for. Because you gotta be real careful, because these city of Wayne vultures, they'll call the cops on you and say, oh man, he said something about running and gunning, so that must mean he's gonna do something to somebody. It's like I said, they're disingenuous, scumbaggery fuck people. But yeah, this is where your money goes. So the state of Michigan, I guess, paid for this, the taxpayers. So this is their big project, because the city of Westland, they got a much bigger, more extravagant setup. So they had to, Gowdy Park, right? They got to put lipstick on a turd, not a pig, but a fucking turd. And that's their big crown jewel right there. Gowdy Park. That's their this is ain't nothing to it. I mean, it's just a basic ass park with a outdated playground. But yeah, this is the crown jewel of Wayne, guys. This is what all the fuss is about right here. Gowdy Park. There you got the courthouse right there. You got the 29th District Court right there. And you got all that. Gowdy Park, I guess. All that. Then, of course, you got the Wayne City Hall here. And of course, they close at 1 o'clock because, of course, they do. Why wouldn't they close at 1 o'clock? Because they got to go to meetings. They got work to do. Work, yeah. Well, the general public knows that these jobs are fake, and not all of them. I mean, there obviously are people that do actual work, but the council, any of those, no, that's a fucking joke. That's a complete sick joke. City clerk, that's a joke. But she probably does the most work out of any of them. I'll say that, out of like anyone on the council, that is. But when you're dealing with competition like that, it's not really an achievement or something to be braggadocious about. Braggadocious about what? Doing more work than John Racy? No, that's hilarious though. But hey, how you doing? I'm sure the city of Wayne's here, so if you're listening in, which I'm sure you are, you can all rot and piss in hell. And I hope Satan forces you to do very inappropriate things to you. I hope he does. I hope they do inappropriate things to you. Satan, that is, in hell, which is a theoretical place, I suppose, right? Legally speaking. But yeah, that's my message for the City of Wayne Police Department. Every one of you. 14th Amendment, equal protection. I hate all of you equally. I detest all of you equally for your continued civil rights abuses. But yeah, we're just chilling in public. Hanging out. Oh, City of Wayne right there. Let's go see what it's all about here. Let's go see what's in plain view doctrine. Let's see what's in plain view. Let's see. Huh. Keys right in the ignition. Oh, that's pepper spray. Pepper spray, I think. Let's see here. Looks like it. Pepper spray, baby. That is the Housing Commission. Okay. Housing Commission. Gotcha. Okay, Housing Commission parks at City Hall. Good to know. So, but yeah, this used to be an old, God, I can't remember. Bob Welch. He knows all about the City of Wayne. He's been here since the 60s. So, we're going to be interviewing him. Having a chat with him about what he knows about the City of Wayne and their experiences and all of that. The dumpster is for City of Wayne use only. Damn. Look at that. 24-hour video surveillance. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I don't know if 8 people could fit in that. I don't know. Do you think? I don't think Kevin Dowd and Donald Quarles together could fit in that dumpster. But be an interesting experiment scientifically. Dumpster diving, isn't that what they call it? Dumpster diving. But yeah, look at this. All this rotted wood, man. Not looking good for the prized possession for Wayne's crown and jewel. Not looking too good. Man, let's check it out. Wayne Road, dam removal. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I remember said something about that. The dam no longer served a public purpose. Uh-huh. And who gets to determine that, I wonder? They just make that as a... No, I think the kids were hanging out under it, or I was reading something. There was people going there and enjoying it or something. So, because as you know, the City of Wayne, they can't allow people to have enjoyment. That's not how we roll in the city. Yeah, that deck looks pretty straight though. Deck looks like it's still got some life in it. Let's see here. Let's go take a look. There's the river here. Here is the river. Dirty as all hell. Yeah, what's that? Like some sort of trash right there. Interesting. Look at that. Well, that's not an official body of water though. Well, I guess it's a river, but it's not a pond or a lake. Zook Pond, that is the first and only body of water that's state and federally recognized in Wayne, Michigan. It'll be the only one. I can almost assure you guys of that. As Zook Pond is going to be, it's going to be the new hangout spot. And I'm sure the City of Wayne is none too pleased. Well, it's not sure. I'm certain, actually. I'm certain Carrie Miller brought up Zook Pond several times in live court. Just she couldn't get her mind off of it, you know. She couldn't get her mind off of Zook Pond. She's like, I don't know why he's trying to build this pond. Well, because you guys murdered John Zook Jr. in June of 2024, and because, you know, I have spinal stenosis and my doctor prescribed it to me. So there's that too. But yeah, we'll just continue to, you know, play stupid. That's fine. Play stupid. I can play stupid too. Hey, look, some trash. There it is. Big bad city of Wayne. All these people trying to get their business conducted, but unfortunately the city of Wayne closes at 1 o'clock because, you know, that's how they roll. They're in a meeting. Hey, when we gonna have our meeting? Diane came by looking for you yesterday. I want to have a meeting with you, but I'm sure your staff didn't relay the message, and I'm sure you didn't get it. I'm certain that you didn't get that message that I sent you. But we'll hang out. We'll go hang out at the Veterans Memorial, right? The city of Wayne likes to piss on veterans. They like to murder veterans and violate their property rights and their constitutional rights. But then they like to put out these memorials too, you know, to pay lip service. Of course, they got to pay lip service to the veterans. Of course, they'll murder a veteran and they'll put a veteran in jail for over 3 months and months of house arrest because he had a bonfire. But yeah, that's some good shit though. Good shit. This must be the employee entrance over here. That's where Diane Webb walked in. Let's see here. Employee entrance only. Yep, I should have suspected. So yeah, they come out this door over here. Try to come out the back door, I suppose. Don't forget to renew your animal license. Don't forget to give us money. Like us on Facebook. Oh, they're advertising the same Facebook that they're censoring and moderating and removing comments, but they're advertising their Facebook page. Isn't that something? We're gonna figure out who's moderating that, who's deleting all the comments and all the blocked accounts, because there definitely is blocked accounts for sure. Several of my accounts are blocked, so we're gonna FOIA all that pertinent information. But yeah. Got some little twigs there. Got a little firewood there, eh? A little firewood there. Some clean wood, right? Yeah, clean wood. Let me go grab my Windex and clean it off, right? What kind of fucking term is clean wood? Most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Clean wood, right? It's not even a thing. But it is in Wayne, though. The city of Wayne got their own special vocab, special terms. It's interesting. Well, it's not really. It's idiotic, but it's interesting to watch people that are so clearly in the wrong, right? It's amazing to watch those same people continuously, time and time again, right? Double down and triple down and quadruple down on their stupidity and their idiocracy, right? Because that's what this place is. This place is an idiocracy. It is a place that is full of idiots, and I don't think it's redeemable in the sense of, like, you need a whole entire new governmental structure. You need a whole new city charter. I mean, at this point, like I said, guys, just annex it out into another neighboring municipality and be done with it, you know. But if that's not on the table, then we gotta look at other options. Because what we have now is a joke. You know, people come in here to try to take care of their business. Oh, but they're closed at 1 o'clock. You know, because of course they are. You know, make the services as inaccessible as humanly possible, and tax people the absolute most, and give them the absolute least, and throw them in the dungeon if they complain about it, right? Throw them in the dungeon if they complain about it. So I don't know. No, they are not. Must have changed their hours recently and not notified people. You know, you would think that's what they would be using their city website or their Facebook page or any of that. You would think that would be, you know, what they would be using it for, but unfortunately, not so much. Not so much. Ooh, look at that though. That's fancy though. That's brand new, big fancy truck. Look at that. That's where your tax dollars are going, guys, right here. You know, are your streets plowed in a reasonable amount of time? Of course they're not. Glenwood Road gets plowed by Westland. The city of Wayne doesn't even plow Glenwood Road. I'll go down streets in Wayne, Michigan right after a snowstorm and shit, dude. I mean, you better have new snow tires. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, I've seen them take a week to clear the roads after a snowstorm out here. So, but nice snow truck though. Nice plow truck. All right, F-250. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's never used, because it's not. Imagine that. That thing looks like it's never even been used once. But that's the whole point though. The whole point, guys, is to charge you with an assortment of taxes and get some nice fancy toys, you know, because you got to have something tangible, right? You got to have something tangible where you can point to something and say, hey, look, you know, this is where your money is being spent. But don't expect us to actually use the truck to plow the streets, because that's just not it's just not how we roll, you see. Especially on the west side of Wayne. The west side of Wayne, which pays the majority of the property taxes, they not important. They don't plow the sidewalks, they don't plow the roads. They don't have normal business hours, right? They don't have convenient business hours, especially considering these exorbitant tax rates, right? 1 o'clock on a Friday, right? Yeah. So they get out early on Friday too. So basically they have Friday off, essentially. They do a little bit of let me get my air quotes. Work. They do a little bit of work on Friday, half a day, and then they dick around the rest of the time, and then they go home. Yep. And then they get all weekends off, and they come to work high and hungover and drunk, and rinse, wash, and repeat, right? Rinse, wash, and repeat. Get through another week, another month, and then, you know, before you know it, guys, you're old as fuck, and it's time to retire, and you just frauded the government, right? And you, I mean, because that's what these people are, man. They're just fucking frauds. Complete and utter frauds. Complete, utter, and total fucking frauds. You know, fake jobs. But these jobs are paid with your money, real money, right? Of course. But yeah, fake jobs and a fake government, a fake charter, right? Fake laws, right? Laws that don't even exist, right? But Killjoy 3096, how are you doing? Hey, I'm doing all right, buddy. I'm just hanging out in the city of Wayne. Just hanging out with the Wayne Zebras or the Wayne Cucks. I don't know, what are they? I don't remember. The Wayne Zebras or the Wayne Cucks? The Cucks. I don't remember. I do not remember. But who knows? Who knows what they're called? Who cares, right? 200 miles north of you. 200 miles north of me. Alpena? You're not that far. No, that's more than 200 miles, isn't it? 200 miles. Trying to think of that trivia. Let's go see on that trivia there. So yeah, that's City Hall, that's Gowdy Park. A joke. So let me take you around and give you the rest of the tour of the city of Wayne. So that was Gowdy Park, that was City Hall. This is Wayne Road, right? This is the main square, I guess, if you will. So now let's go down to the court. Let's go down to the court here. 29th District Court, right? Well, you use air quotes for that as well, because Roscommon, good area. Nice area, dude. Matter of fact, I don't know how savvy you are with like real estate and whatnot, but I would love to have a seasonal home up there. I would love to have just a place to get away for the weekend, maybe a week or two. Yeah, I really want a nice little property in Roscommon area. So yeah, if you know of any, please let me know. JerichoFlowers81@gmail.com. Please let me know if there's anything at all, because it is interesting. It is interesting. I love up north. A lot less cucks up north. A lot less, a lot less Democrats. Not that Republicans are any better. Yeah, not cheap anymore. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about it. All of the people on the internet have basically ruined it for everybody else, right? So now everything's expensive, and all the good spots have been invaded, and Roscommon was one of those areas for a long time that was really underrated. You could get really cheap, affordable property, and we really enjoyed that. So we really enjoyed it until, I don't know, COVID, I guess, and then all of a sudden now it's just everything is exorbitantly expensive. So now we are at the 29th District Court. Let's go hang out at the 29th District Court. I got to go get an ROA, the Register of Actions, for the case, so I can appeal it and all that anyway. So got to start compiling my paperwork now that this bullshit ass probation is terminated. That's my fucking thought on that. Probation. Yeah, probate these nuts. That's what you can do. Probation these nuts. I wear Smokey the Bear hat, of course, because that's the new mascot. The Wayne Bears. Not the zebras, definitely not. Well, they're currently the cocks. They were the zebras, now they're the cocks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they call themselves. Who cares? Who cares? So yeah, as you can see now, we're just behind Gowdy Park. So that's like the DPW, Department of Public Works right there. And then we have this building that's falling apart. I don't remember what that's for. Just like a storage building, I believe. But yeah, there's your Gowdy Park over there. Then here's your 29th District Court. Here's where all the real crime happens. This is where all the real shit goes down. All the criminality behind closed doors occurs here, right? Smoking is prohibited within 6 feet of public buildings. Police use only. Look at that. Only for the police. There we go. Must have an undercover car right here. Let's get that license plate. Plain view doctrine. Let's see what we can uncover. Let's see what we can see in plain view. Ooh. Look at that. Let's get that VIN right there. What's that VIN? Make sure that car ain't stolen. You know what I mean, guys? It's very possible that the city of Wayne could have stolen it, right? Guilty until proven innocent. And even if you're proven innocent, you're still guilty. Ain't that right, guys? Ha ha. Ain't that right? And last but not least, because we are in public, milking parlor, money, money, money. Oh yeah. Yeah, probably. You're probably onto something there, dude. Probably. I would not be shocked. Hello.
Metal in here, cell phone on silent, you can come right through. I'm going to take your property.
Hello. I need a ROA, updated one. We have a hearing Wednesday. McFarland. Did
Did you take one of each of the open cases for anything else and you said disorderly conduct, or just one or the other?
Both, because the probation got terminated for both. Thank you so much. Have a, you too. Have a great weekend. Have a good weekend.
You as well, thank you.
And got our two ROAs here. Now we got to compare them to the ROAs that the 35th District Court sent to the 29th District Court. And the judge said there was 11 pages. There was 11-page ROA in the 35th District Court. So we're going to compare it to the 29th District Court's ROA and see what are you guys juggalos by any chance?
What's up?
No, I was just wondering.
A little bit, not too much.
Okay. I like juggalos, I'm just saying. I'm one. I'm a juggalo. I'm a juggalo, baby. All right, so that's the 29th District Court. Not really a whole lot. They got a little courtroom in there, a little bailiff trying to stay alive. You know, he's just trying to get to retirement. Stay away from the parlor. Oh yeah. Oh, those places are predatory, man. I can't say how I know, but yeah, they can get very addictive, I've heard. I had a buddy that, well, I guess I would have tell you. I had a buddy who he was just addicted to those things. Like he would oh man, this guy fucking like oh man, He's just addicted to him. I don't know. He had a girlfriend. His girlfriend was hot. He, had sex with her all the time. I mean, he was just like a fucking weirdo, but he just liked, I don't know, he didn't even really particularly like Asian women is what he told me. But he just said the whole thrill of getting caught or whatever, or if they think you're a cop or something, like, I don't know, something weird. He's a fucking weirdo, but yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how to process that, right? But at the time, I didn't understand what the fuss was about. Court is the parlor. Stay away from the parlor. Milking. Oh, the milking. Okay. I thought you were actually talking like actual AMP, dude. Okay. I get you now, dude. I get you now. Yeah, that is. They do milk you over there. Yeah, it is basically like a milking table in there. I'm sure there's probably one down in the basement. They just come in there and milk your ass. And, they still want my money, even though I'm terminated from probation. They still want my money. That's how fucking absurd this whole shit is. But yeah, now we're at the building and engineering office, or the fire department too, the same building. I'll show you this Cracker Jack shit. I'll show you this Cracker Jack shit here. Building and engineering entrance right here. Okay, building and engineering right there. But yeah, this is Wayne Road, like basically kitty corner across the street here. And this is this is where all the work goes. Now let's see if they're working today. Let's see if they're playing Wii golf or not. See if I can run up on them today. Come in something. Yeah, I got the ducks. Got the Indian catcher and the ducks. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? City of Wayne vehicle. No, that ain't no City of Wayne. Here it is. City of Wayne. City of Wayne. You notice these things like look brand new because they never get used. But we got to support Team Ford. We have to. But yes, parking lot, publicly accessible. Nice little spruce looks like. Yeah, it might be a green giant. I don't know what it is. Who cares? Got some big ass Hemi. Got a Silverado. Engine rescue number 5. There you go, guy. No sign up, so I guess this is a publicly accessible dumpster. I might want to put that sign up. No sign. It might be inside, is it? No. They do not have the sign up. Let's follow the footpath here. Let's go check them out. Let's go see what they're working on. See what our boys in red are working on. See what kind of hard work. Authorized personnel only. Look at that. Now it's authorized personnel only. Okay, so we can't go in there. I don't want to go past this fence here because that I'm gonna treat these trees as I'm gonna treat that tree right there as like as some sort of a boundary, right? So we're gonna go through the other way, man, because it says authorized personnel. I mean, I don't know the validity to that, but it's what it says. So we're gonna. People in one door, out the other broke. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. Without a doubt. There's the river again. That's what my Hunter Drain and eventually Zook Pond's gonna feed into. Take a little shot of the bridge down here. There you go. Shoot a little shot of that bridge there. Hey, the police probably just tuned in, it looks like. What's up, City of Wayne, police? How you doing? You guys suck any 12-inch double-decker dildos today? Fuck off my live stream, faggots. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Not a single soul. I promise you. Promise you. If you want to get a hold of me, have your wife contact me. And for the right price, I'll be your bull. I'll be a bull for. You can watch in the corner though, I guess. Because I know you guys are fucking cocks. Cocks, cocks, cocks. Definitely cocks. Lobby located at Ash Street entrance. By appointment only. Only by appointment, huh? No smoking. Barrier-free access. For barrier-free access, use Ash Street. Lobby located at Ash Street. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Now we have authorized personnel only. Let's see what else we have. Please don't drink and drive. Okay. The city of Wayne is hiring. Okay. Welcome. Emergencies only. Dial 911. Council meeting first and third Tuesday, 6 p.m. Okay. Recycling center. Wayne Ordinance 419-0147. What a hunk of shit this sign is. I can't read that motherfucker and I'm 6 feet away from it. Well, I can read this side a little bit better. Welcome. Looks like Walgreens. Council meeting, first and third Tuesday. Okay, you already said that. What else you got? Recycling center. Buddy, Buttle, and Forest. Wayne ID required. Wayne Ordinance 419-0140. Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. There you have it. That is the, But yeah, like I was telling you in the earlier video, let me show you what I mean by, this is really just the building department. Because the fire department's only been around since 2014. But this has been around a lot longer. But yeah, this is basically all that you have right here. As you can see. So you walk in, you know, you see some stuff about water quality and do not put disposable wipes down a drain. Got some community information. Gotta fix that. That bothers me like crazy. Oh, watershed. But yeah, this is when you walk in, this is what you get. That was the little thing I was telling you about. See? So like when you walk in, it's really just one building. Because you have the clerks to the left, but that's for the building office. And then you have these doors. But it says authorized personnel only, so it's weird. Oh. And there's, but that's the bathroom. So you walk in. You see the water fountain, the bathroom, and then you get the fire department. Oh, I beat that probation, guys, if you're wondering. I got that terminated on Wednesday by myself. I beat your city attorneys by myself. But you guys can call if you want, I guess. I don't know what they're going to do for you. But you guys can call. Anybody can call. I can't stop you. But I do have the ROA in the car, I guess, if you guys want to look at it. But I don't have to prove myself to you. So I guess the procedure basically is you just knock on the door and then you just wait for someone to just spawn out of an office, one of those cubicles right there. Hey, quick question. Who does who actually does the certificate of occupancy inspections?
For new business, home, that kind of stuff, fire marshal.
Fire marshal. That's
Yes,
what I
sir.
thought.
Yeah.
That'd be like Jeremy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. Thank you.
Okay, uh-huh.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, right out of the fire department's mouth, guys. The fire department, the fire marshal does the certificate of occupancy inspections. So, and he also wrote the open burn policy. And he sent his goons in to harass me and enforce the open burn policy against me. So isn't that something, guys? That the guy who can approve your fire pit has arbitrary discretion to just like take it away, to just come on your property and just violate your rights and just take away the dominion that you have on your property. Isn't that incredible? That you can have a certificate of occupancy stating that a fire pit is allowed, that person gave you permission, and then that same person can enforce a law that doesn't exist against you and get you put in jail for 3 months. Isn't that crazy, guys? Isn't that fucking wild? Isn't that just wild? So, I mean, I guess, so by that logic, either the certificate of occupancies don't mean anything, which of course they don't, or the city knowingly proved what they call a hazard or a nuisance. So that's very interesting, isn't it? I think it is. I think it's quite interesting. But I think that really highlights and demonstrates the extensive corruption that the city of Wayne is willing to engage in, right? I think that really kind of sums it up for you, right? But yeah, the fire marshal, he approves the certificate of occupancy, and he approved the fire pit, and then he later said, "Oh no, you can't have just merely using the fire pit is a hazard, right? Unauthorized, right? Even though you approved it, but it's unauthorized." I don't know, guys. My brain's gonna explode if I keep, trying to logic that one. But oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Whoop, whoop. Hey, look who's here. I think they're intimidating somebody. Intimidation. The camera is threatening them. Must be. They don't like that camera. That camera is just... Those eyes, baby. You can't trespass the eyes, though, guys. Can't trespass the eyes from public. So false police reports that's perjury, you know that, right? That's perjury. Making a false police report? Well, everything's live streamed, just so you know. So just be careful. Careful what you're saying to these. So So what do we call this? Entrapment? What do we call it, guys? What do we call it? Because I was trying to leave, but then they blocked the entrance, so then I got out of the car. Supervisor, 444. We'll leave old Supervisor 444 alone. Leave him alone. But yeah, we'll be back later, guys. I gotta go take my son to his doctor's appointment. We'll be back later. Until next time. Somebody called the police on me. They called them on me. Cause I was, what was I doing? Oh, just asking questions. Just informing the people of YouTube about the city of Wayne, but you're not allowed to do that, guys. That's some scary, intimidating shit, man. Some scary, intimidating shit. Horrifying. Horrifying. If I was a crooked cop, yeah, a camera would be quite horrifying. It'd be quite a horrifying experience to have one of those. But that's why we live stream, guys, so that way there can't be any sort of, oh, what's the word we're looking for? No, there's no ambiguous claims or language weaponized against me, right? So that's why we just remain extremely calm, extremely quiet, and we talk slow, and you're not required to do that, guys, just so you know. You're not required to do that, but the police aren't very smart, and they'll say, oh, you're raising your voice and therefore you're being disorderly. That's their go-to. That's their catch-all. It's called a catch-all charge. When they don't have anything that they can actually really charge you with, they just charge you with disorderly conduct or like disturbing the peace, shit like that. That's kind of that's their go-to. Or as you guys learned on May 9th of 2025, interference, right? Obstruction, right? You're just existing on your property, but somehow you're obstructing, which is just makes your brain just fucking, just explode. But yeah, I gotta take my newborn to his doctor's appointment, so I'll be in touch later with you guys, because I was, my plan was just to go to City Hall, but City Hall likes to close early because they have, I guess, so much shit to do, right? They don't, but it's just so that way they can, they can embezzle and fraud a little bit more money out of the taxpayer pocket, and, give you, like I said, the minimal amount of public services humanly possible, right? Just give you the absolute bare minimum, what, not even really what's required by law, let's just be honest here, but just the bare minimum, right? The absolute bare minimum. And that's the goal. That's the MO. That's the MO, guys. So just take a little bit more and more money out of the taxpayer, suck on that taxpayer teat just a little bit more, right? So back in the day, you used to have to be Catholic to be on the city council. Now I think you have to be Jewish, right? Because that's what it would appear. Because, man, I mean, the unsatiable greed of the city of Wayne is just
it would make your average Zionist fucking cringe, right? Your average Zionist Jew would be shocked by the greed that the city of Wayne employs against its taxpayers. Would be absolutely shocked. So I think that's the requirement. I think I figured it out. I think Rob Darwich is actually Jewish, and everyone up there is Jewish. I'm almost certain that that's the case, because you used to have to be Catholic to run on city council, to be on city council. Now it appears you have to be Jewish. That's just my opinion. That's just my thought. You know, I could be wrong, right? I could be right. Just like that smoldering log could penetrate metal, you know, stainless steel ring, right, and then travel 40 or 50 feet or 100, more than that, because the trees are 60, 70 feet away at least. But yeah, that's what you got to go do, right? You got to go, you got to believe that. Well, if you believe that smoldering log could set a wetland on fire, then I guess you'll probably believe anything, right? So could happen, would happen. Well, that's not what is happening though, right? So, you know, oh, he could be here to, you know, could be. No. We don't deal with could be's in the law. We deal with actualities. We deal with objective empirical reality. And objective empirical reality says that you're full of shit, Wayne Fire Department. And so, you know, I'm here. I'm ready to make a deal. I'm ready to get this all wrapped up, City of Wayne. If you would like to, I'll like I said, I'll at least give you a good faith. You know, I'm a reasonable guy. You know, you give me a good faith offer, and we can work something out. The key word there is good faith, right? So 5 warrantless break-ins, over 90 days in jail, 2.5 months of house arrest, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Illegal probation, discovery violations, Brady violations, Giglio violations. And so, yeah, with all of that, the malicious prosecution aspect, all of that. So, with all that in mind, if you guys want to give me a good faith offer, boy, I'll consider it. I really will. But you only get one chance, though. You get one offer. And if it's not even in the ballpark of what's reasonable, never again. So that's the offer. You guys want to stop being put on blast, right? Or however you perceive it, right? Well, this is just constitutional auditing. This is just protected activity. And it's really just education, right? We want to educate the public about the city of Wayne, where their tax dollars are being utilized, where they're going. I'm auditing. My mother just texted me. She says, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, "I'm auditing." So, auditing is completely legal, completely protected, constitutionally protected activity. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not raising my voice at anybody. You know, when I record these people, I don't even point the camera at them, right? Like, I didn't even show Lisa. You know, she's the one who said, Lisa, that's the secretary of the fire department. She's the one that said that the fire marshal does all the certificate of occupancy inspections. So I just wanted to clarify that. You know, I'm allowed to ask questions and get clarification as to, you know, the city and their policies and how they operate. And, oh, I'm home. I'm waiting on my wife to get out. Sad. Melvindale has problems too. Oh yeah, Melvindale. That's. I'm gonna make a crazy statement right now. Crazy to some, I suppose. But Melvindale is slightly better than the city of Wayne. Overall, the city of Wayne is far more corrupt than Melvindale, But yeah, we all know about the police officer who got fired, $1 million settlement, all that. But as a whole, as a municipality, City of Wayne is by far worse. And so, yeah, Melvindale has problems though. They definitely have, they have their fair share of problems. There's no doubt about that. But I guess I gotta go temporarily, guys. But I will be back. We will meet again on another live stream here today. Today is Friday. Today is Friday, and it is about 2:10 p.m. live in Wayne, Michigan. We appreciate you tuning in, and talk again soon, guys. Stay safe out there.